In today's world, we are constantly connected to our emails, our social media, and the never-ending flow of notifications that demand our attention. We're expected to be available 24/7, always responding, always engaging, and always performing. This hyper-connected society can feel overwhelming, leading many of us to experience stress, burnout, and fatigue. The constant pressure to be on can leave us mentally exhausted, disconnected from ourselves, and unable to find peace. But what if the solution isn't to disconnect entirely, but to reconnect with ourselves through Stoic mindfulness? In this video, we will explore how Stoicism can help us manage the stress of our hyper-connected world by practicing mindfulness, focusing on what truly matters, and setting boundaries that protect our peace of mind. Epictetus offers us a powerful question. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? This Stoic insight challenges us to take control of our own well-being and demand the best for our mental health, especially in a world that constantly pulls us in different directions. Stay with us as we discuss how Stoic practices can help us manage stress, regain focus, and live more peacefully in a hyper-connected society. And if you know someone struggling with the pressures of constant connectivity, share this video with them. Together, we can find balance and peace in our modern world. Epictetus, in his discourses, asks us, how long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? This quote is a call to action, urging us to stop letting external pressures dictate our mental well-being. In a world that demands constant connectivity, how long will we tolerate stress, burnout, and the erosion of our peace of mind? When will we stop waiting for a better moment to take control of our lives and demand the best for ourselves, especially in the face of overwhelming distractions? In the context of managing stress in a hyper-connected society, this quote challenges us to ask, what am I allowing to consume my attention? And how much of my energy am I giving away to things that don't serve me? The Stoics remind us that we have the power to decide where to focus our energy, and it is up to us to demand the best, not by seeking external perfection or validation, but by focusing on what is truly within our control. When we shift our focus inward and start demanding peace and balance for ourselves, we begin to reclaim the power to manage stress, even in the most demanding of environments. Epictetus's question, how long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself, is not just a call to take action in our lives. It is a reminder to take responsibility for our mental and emotional well-being, especially in the midst of a hyper-connected world. In today's society, the pressure to stay plugged in, to always be available, and to respond instantly to every notification can be overwhelming. We are bombarded with constant demands for our attention, from emails and messages to social media updates and news alerts. This constant barrage of distractions can lead to stress, burnout, and a loss of focus. We find ourselves exhausted, mentally drained, and disconnected from what truly matters. But the Stoics teach us a different way of being. They understood that we cannot control the external world, but we do have the power to control how we respond to it. And it all begins with demanding the best for ourselves, setting boundaries, practicing mindfulness, and choosing to focus on what truly serves our well-being. What does it mean to demand the best for yourself? It starts with recognizing that your mental and emotional health are just as important as anything else in your life. In the age of constant connection, we often prioritize productivity and responsiveness over self-care and reflection. We feel guilty when we step away from our devices or ignore a notification. But demanding the best for ourselves means recognizing when we need to disconnect, to recharge, and to protect our peace of mind. The Stoic practice of mindfulness can help us navigate the stress of constant connectivity. By bringing our focus back to the present moment and being mindful of how we engage with the world, we can create space to choose how we respond, rather than reacting automatically to every demand. This mindfulness helps us avoid becoming overwhelmed by the external noise and refocus on what truly matters, our inner peace and clarity of thought. Stoic practices for managing stress in a hyper-connected society. Control what you can, let go of what you cannot. The first step in managing stress is recognizing what is within our control. We cannot control the volume of notifications or the constant demands for our attention, but we can control how we respond to them. The Stoic mindset teaches us to focus on our reactions and decide how much energy we give to external distractions. This helps us stop being at the mercy of every ping and alert, allowing us to regain control over our time and energy. Set boundaries and prioritize your well-being. Epictetus challenges us to demand the best for ourselves. This means setting clear boundaries, both digitally and personally. Establish times when you turn off your phone, disconnect from work, and simply be present in the moment. It might feel uncomfortable at first, especially in a culture that encourages constant availability, but the more we prioritize our well-being, the more we reclaim our mental clarity and peace. Practice mindfulness. The Stoics often practiced mindfulness, being fully aware of the present moment and engaging with life intentionally. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through social media or checking emails at every opportunity, practice being present in whatever task you're doing. Whether you're working, spending time with loved ones, or even resting, be mindful of your actions, thoughts, and emotions. By doing so, you reduce the stress of multitasking and increase your focus and peace. Embrace the power of no. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is the ability to say no to things that do not serve your well-being. The pressure to be always available or to meet every expectation can lead to burnout. Saying no when necessary is not selfish. It's an act of self-respect and self-care. By setting boundaries and learning to say no, we free up mental space and time for the things that truly matter. Daily reflection. Epictetus reminds us that we are the ones responsible for demanding the best for ourselves. A simple practice of daily reflection, journaling or meditating for a few minutes each day, can help you stay grounded. Reflect on your thoughts and actions, consider how connected you are to your values, and evaluate how you've managed stress. This practice allows you to assess what's working and what's draining you, giving you the clarity to make intentional changes in your routine. Managing stress, one step at a time. In a hyper-connected world, it's easy to become overwhelmed, but Stoicism offers a way out. By focusing on mindfulness, setting boundaries, and choosing to prioritize our well-being, we can manage the stress of constant connection and begin to cultivate a life of balance and peace. Remember, demanding the best for yourself means choosing to protect your mental health, stay present, and focus on what truly matters. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected society, stress has become an ever-present companion. The constant flow of notifications, emails, and the societal pressure to stay plugged in 24/7 can feel overwhelming. We are expected to be constantly available, responsive, and productive, leaving little room for rest or personal reflection. The result? Burnout, anxiety, and a deep sense of disconnection from what truly matters. However, Stoicism offers a powerful framework for managing stress in this hyper-connected world. The Stoics believe that while we cannot control the external chaos around us, we have complete control over how we respond to it. Epictetus, one of the central Stoic philosophers, challenges us with the question, how long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? This question is a wake-up call to take ownership of our mental and emotional well-being. In a world that constantly demands our attention, demanding the best for ourselves means setting boundaries, practicing mindfulness, and choosing how we engage with the world around us. Stoicism teaches us that we don't have to be at the mercy of external pressures. We can reclaim our peace and clarity by focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what we cannot change. The stress of hyperconnectivity. In our digital age, we are always on. The flood of messages, social media updates, work demands, and news alerts creates a constant background noise. It can feel like we're always playing catch-up, trying to keep up with everything happening around us, all the while neglecting our own mental and emotional health. This constant state of alertness triggers the body's fight or flight response, releasing stress hormones and increasing anxiety. Over time, this chronic stress can lead to burnout, decreased productivity, and a disconnection from the present moment. The hyper-connected world makes it difficult to find stillness, to be present, and to experience true peace. But Stoicism offers a solution. The Stoics were not strangers to external pressures. They lived in turbulent times, filled with political unrest, personal challenges, and societal expectations. Despite these challenges, they found ways to stay grounded by practicing mindfulness, focusing on their internal state, and setting boundaries to protect their peace. How Stoicism helps us manage stress. Stoic philosophy teaches us that we cannot control the external world, but we can control our reactions, our mindset, and the way we engage with life. Here's how Stoicism can help us manage stress in today's hyper-connected society. Mindfulness and present moment awareness. One of the key principles of Stoicism is mindfulness, being present in the moment and aware of our thoughts and actions. In a world filled with distractions, this can be a challenge. However, Stoicism encourages us to focus on what is within our control and to let go of what we cannot control. By practicing mindfulness, we can stay focused on the task at hand and reduce the mental clutter that causes stress. Setting boundaries. Stoicism teaches us that it's okay to say no. We don't have to accept every demand or respond to every message immediately. Setting boundaries is an essential practice in protecting our time and energy. By deciding when we will check emails or engage on social media, we regain control over how we allocate our time and prevent overwhelm. The Stoic principle of control what you can, accept what you cannot, is especially important in managing the stress of constant connectivity. Prioritizing what truly matters. In the rush of modern life, it is easy to get caught up in distractions that don't contribute to our long-term happiness or well-being. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what is truly important: our health, our relationships, and our personal growth. By setting clear priorities and focusing our energy on what truly matters, we can reduce stress and feel more connected to our deeper purpose. Practicing acceptance. One of the core Stoic teachings is the concept of amor fati, or the love of fate. This means accepting whatever happens in life, whether good or bad, and embracing it as part of the natural flow of life. In a hyper-connected world, this can be especially powerful. Instead of resisting the constant flow of notifications, emails, and external demands, we can accept them without judgment and focus on how we respond. Acceptance reduces the mental strain of trying to control everything around us. Reflecting on what we can control, Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, our actions, and our responses. When we feel overwhelmed by the digital noise and constant demands of life, it's important to pause and reflect. What can I control in this moment? By shifting our focus from what we cannot control to what we can, we regain a sense of clarity and agency, which can significantly reduce stress. Practical steps for applying Stoicism to manage stress. Take digital detoxes. Schedule time each day to disconnect from your phone, social media, and work emails. Use this time to rest, reflect, and recharge. Practice daily reflection. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on how you managed stress. What triggered your anxiety? How did you respond? What can you learn from this experience? Limit your information intake. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with news and information. Be intentional about the information you consume. Choose sources that add value to your life and avoid overwhelming yourself with unnecessary noise. Engage in mindful breathing or meditation. Practice mindfulness techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or walking in nature. These practices help you stay grounded and reduce the stress that comes with constant digital distractions. Set boundaries with others. Let others know when you are unavailable and when you need time to focus on yourself. Respect your own time and space, and don't feel guilty for taking a break from the digital world. As we wrap up today's exploration of managing stress in a hyper-connected society, remember that Stoicism offers us a powerful framework for reclaiming our peace in a world full of distractions. Epictetus challenges us with the question, how long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? In a world that demands constant availability, it's up to us to demand the best for our mental and emotional well-being. By setting boundaries, practicing mindfulness, and focusing on what is within our control, we can manage stress and maintain inner peace, no matter how connected the world becomes. The Stoic principles of acceptance, mindfulness, and progress over perfection are essential tools for navigating the pressures of modern life. Instead of succumbing to the noise, we can take intentional steps to protect our peace, prioritize what truly matters, and embrace the present moment with clarity and calm. So as you move through your day, ask yourself, how can I demand the best for myself? How can I set boundaries, disconnect from the constant noise, and focus on what truly nourishes my mind and soul? By embracing these Stoic practices, we regain control over our stress and begin to live with more intention and peace. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, subscribe and share it with someone who could benefit from managing stress in a hyper-connected world. Together, let's cultivate mindfulness, find balance, and protect our mental health in the digital age.